The police have cordoned off the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, following the clash between two factions of the party on Tuesday. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, the tourist boats that normally ply Kenya's famed lake Naivasha have had a different task in recent weeks, evacuating hundreds of flooded homes. Although the lake's level has been rising for more than a decade and has repeatedly breached its banks, locals in the modest district of Kihoto are still astonished by the scale this year. In her home, the water is waist deep and toilets are overflowing throughout the district. At number 9, Jamaica coach Steve McLaren resigned on Tuesday after the Reggae Boys failed to secure automatic qualification for the 2026 World Cup. McLaren, who took over as Jamaica coach in July last year, announced his decision shortly after his team were held to a 0-0 draw by Curacao in their final qualifier. Jamaica needed to win the game at Kingston's National Stadium to qualify for the World Cup, but instead could only watch as tiny Curacao held on to advance to the tournament instead. At number 8, a hotel receptionist in Ilorin, Kwara State, identified simply as Yemi, has been murdered by yet-to-be-identified assailant, sending shockwaves across residents and business owners in the area. Punch Metro learned that the incident occurred in the early hours of Sunday when the attacker allegedly gained access into the facility and strangled the young woman while she was on duty. Confirming the incident on Wednesday, the spokesperson for the Kwara State Police Command, SP Adetoun Ejire Adeyemi, said the case was reported on Sunday, November 16th by the hotel manager. At number 7, a member of the Osun State House of Assembly, Adewumi Adeyemi, has said the abduction of 25 schoolgirls in Kebbi State underscores the need for an urgent review of the country's security strategy. Reacting to the incident on Wednesday in a statement, the lawmaker said the attack highlighted persistent weakness in intelligence gathering, preventive security measures, and coordination among agencies responsible for protecting vulnerable communities. At number 6, the Kano State Hisbah Board has arrested 7 people for allegedly engaging in immoral activities at a joint along Zoo Road in Kano Metropolis. The board's Deputy Commander General, Mujahedin Aminuddin, disclosed this in a statement made available to the Punch on Wednesday. Aminuddin said the arrests were made on Tuesday night following complaints from residents. At number 5, Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf on Wednesday presented the 2026 appropriation bill totaling 1,368,127,929,271 naira to the State House of Assembly. This was disclosed in a statement released by the governor's spokesperson, Sunusi Bator Dawakin Tofa. On Wednesday, according to the statement, 68% was allocated to the capital expenditure, amounting to 934.6 billion naira, while recurrent expenditure is pegged at 433.4 billion naira, one of the highest capital to recurrent ratios recorded in recent years. At number 4, Lagos State has announced the conclusion of the book build for its landmark 200 billion naira bond issuance with a 55% oversubscription. A statement by the Commissioner for Finance, Yomi Oluyomi, noted that the offer has recorded an overwhelming reception from the investment community. Oluyomi said the 14.8 billion naira green bond was also significantly oversubscribed. At number 3, the Kwara State Governor AbdulRazaq has requested that more urgent security developments be made to the Ekiti local government area, especially the Eruku axis, to immediately curtail the new wave of attacks in the area. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Rafiu Ajakaye, on the attack on Eruku town in Ekiti local government area of the state, AbdulRazaq sought more security operatives to support the existing security architecture in the area. At number 2, Justice Emeka Nwete of the Federal High Court Abuja has fixed January 15, 2026 for the commencement of the trial of 2 leaders of the Ansaru terrorist group, Mahmoud Usman and Abubakar Abba. Usman and Abba were captured by the Department of State Services, DSS. The trial, which was initially slated to begin on Wednesday, was postponed by the trial judge following pleas by their counsel for time to enable them to be served with the charges and to review the evidence. At number 1, the police have cordoned off of the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) following the clash between two factions of the party on Tuesday. Our correspondent who visited the PDP headquarters at Wadata Plaza in Abuja on Wednesday observed that barbed wire was used to create a barrier to prevent anyone from gaining access to the premises. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.